Hi, Kewal this side. Today I want to talk about 10 things which I wish I knew at the age of 20. Right now my age is 30 and things are really great at whatever we have achieved. In terms of business, we have scaled our organization to 8 countries and scaled our revenue to more than $1 million per year. In terms of health, things are great. In terms of family, so everything is great. But I thought that what are 10 things which if I knew earlier would have made even things better, and I thought कि मैं आपसे आज ये 10 चीजें share करूं. So are you ready for it? Number 1, wherever you are in your life, you are solely responsible for that. Not your parents, not your relatives, not your spouse, not your friends either. Now this is something which I did not know when I was at the age of 20. And I used to think that कुछ भी अगर गलत होता था, I used to think that this is not because of me, this is because somebody influenced me or somebody asked me to do it. But understand, जब आपका ऐसा माइंडसेट है कि कुछ भी आपके लाइफ में हो रहा है और वो दूसरों की वजह से हो रहा है, then you will not be able to control your life. You cannot change the direction if you cannot control it, right? And this is where a lot of people in today's time, and even people who are even 30, 40, 50-year-old people, they till date have this syndrome. They think that if they have got good things or bad things, it's because of some other people. अगर उनकी life में कुछ गलत हुआ है, or if they've taken wrong decisions, it's because they were with some wrong people. It's not right. If you want, you can control things, because जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि सुनो सबकी but करो अपनी, right? So there's something which I thought that if I knew it earlier, it would have made things even better, right? Because then I could control things even better. I could change the direction and I could scale things even faster. Now, second thing is which most of the people struggle, which is time management. Now I feel that one of the most valuable asset a person has is not money, it's time. Because money is something which is tangible, which is, which will be used, but which can be created again and again. But time is something which cannot be created. If I ask you, आपके बैंक अकाउंट में अभी कितना amount है, you have an answer. But if I ask you how much time you have in your life, you do not have an answer to that. Now, the problem is that कि हमारे स्कूल कॉलेज में ये स्किल अच्छे से सिखाया नहीं जाता, and we are not able to understand on how to manage our time effectively. And in terms of when I even started my business, I used to just go to office and think कि आज मुझे क्या करना है. I never used to plan my day. I never used to plan my week. And because of which things used to be always firefighting. And हर time firefighting चलता रहता था. I used to think that क्या यही life है एक business owner की. But then I realized that, while I'm not having so many customers, I'm not having so many employees, still I'm firefighting, still I'm not able to manage my time. But there are some other business owners who are having, presence in worldwide, having 10,000, 15,000 employees, and they are able to manage things really effectively. They're able to achieve goals. So the crux is, how do you manage your time? How do you allocate your time? And there's something which if I knew earlier, I would have managed my time even better. And now there's something which I'm training my students, business owners, on how to do it using technology. Now, third thing is, which I wish I knew, was especially as an entrepreneur, and this is for all the people who want to either start the business or who want to start a startup or who are already running a business, is business is just about solving the problem. It's not about your idea. You might wake up a day and you might think that I have a special idea. It's not about that. It's about that, are you solving a problem or not? And this is something which I did not know at the age of 20, because I thought that if I have a skill and if I just do some work, I might grow my business. But I was absolutely wrong. It's not about what you know. It's about using your skill. Are you solving a particular problem or not? Because अगर आप किसी की problem solve नहीं कर रहे हो, doesn't matter how good you are or how much knowledge you have. In other person's life, that does not matter. And for customers, it's all about that. Can you solve their problems or not? Right now, the day we understood this, and the day I understood this, we started scaling. And today's time, we are helping business owners to solve the biggest problem in their life, which is helping them to automate their business processes and getting them freedom from firefighting. But this is something which I did not know when I was at the age of 20. I thought कि कुछ एक यूनिक आइडिया हो तो उस पर कुछ बिजनेस चला जा सकता है. In fact, before I started this automation journey, I tried a couple of more startups. In fact, I started an e-commerce store as well, where I was selling some products for sports. And that's where I thought that if I just post a product on my website, people will buy it. But it was not solving the problem in the market. It was like, everybody was doing that. There was so much of competition and we were not able to manage it. So that's where I realized that it's not about your idea. It's about that, are you a problem solver? And if you're a problem solver, then only you can grow in your either career or in your business. Because as an employee as well, if you're not resolving the problems of the company, if you're not adding the value, then, in fact, you will also not grow in your career as well. Now, next thing which I knew 20 years back, 10 years back would have been things made better, is self-employment versus running a business. Now, this is something which let me share with you. In year 2013, when I started my entrepreneurship career, I was having some 5 to 7 clients, and things were going great as an individual. And when I started getting more clients, I thought that I should build a team. And while I hired few people, I was managing everything. I was managing marketing, sales, operations, team management, everything. And that's where I realized that while I'm having a team, everything is dependent on me. And that is self-employment, that everything is dependent on you. And if you do not grow, or if you do not work harder, then you cannot grow. And that is where people lack this. People think that अगर वो ज़्यादा मेहनत करेंगे तो उनका business grow कर जाएगा. It's absolutely wrong. It's not about how hard you work. It's about how smartly you allocate your time and how smartly you delegate the work to your colleagues and how smartly you get things done, right? Because अगर आपके ऊपर सब चीज़ें dependent हैं, तो even अगर आप 2 से 3 दिन की छुट्टी लेते हो, if you're not available, the business will stop. Right now, this is something which now I'm training business owners through business automation. But at the age of 20, I had no idea about it. I thought कि मुझे ही सब काम करने हैं, और अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम आ रही है किसी एम्प्लॉय को, I need to get involved and I need to resolve that instead of me training the employee on how to do it. Right? So this is something which I had no idea about it. Now, next is investing in yourself. Initially, when I started my career, I used to believe a lot in Googling things, on searching, on Google or internet. Yes, searching on internet works really great, but a lot of times you need to learn things from experts. So there's something which, if I wish I knew it at the age of 20, was that you need to invest in yourself. And in nowadays, people talk about stock market, Bitcoin, real estate, but let me tell you, the best investment you can do is investing in yourself, investing in your knowledge, upgrading yourself. And the day I started learning, the day I started upgrading myself, things started scaling. And it has been 7 to 8 years. I have gone through a lot of trainings, a lot of coachings. I have implemented most of the learnings in my business as well. And if I just tell you approximate figure, it will cross at least 40 lakh rupees in terms of the kind of things I've learned. And the result is that I'm able to scale things faster. So a lot of people think that, why should we learn? Why should we spend money on learning? Because when you're learning from an expert, you are actually learning of their entire journey in just few hours or in just few days. It's like when you read a book, राइट आपको बुक पढ़ने में 1 हफ्ता या 2 हफ्ता लगेगा, बट जिसने वो बुक लिखी है उस पर्सन ने अपनी पूरी लाइफ उस बुक में आपके सामने प्रेजेंट कर दी है। एंड व्हेन यू इन्वेस्ट इन योरसेल्फ, यू रिड्यूस मिस्टेक्स, you get a direction, and you're able to reach to your destination even faster, right? So there's something which I did not know when I was at the age of 20. Next is lack of a mentor. गुरु जिसे बोलते हैं ना कि गुरु बिना गत नहीं, कि गुरु जब तक आपके साथ नहीं है things will not fall into the place. So when we are in school we have teachers, when we are in college we have professors, but what about your business? Do you have a guru for that? Do you have a coach for that? Well, there are some good gurus, some bad gurus, but you need to have a guru who actually guides you in the right direction. And according to me, the best person for you to make as a mentor is somebody who has already traveled that path or that struggle, who has already gone through which you are going through right now. For example, when it comes to me as a coach, I help people on how can they automate their processes so that they can get freedom from firefighting and they can scale their business. So all the people who are right now struggling in managing their business, a lot of students are coming to me and we are adding the value, and things are crazy for our students. They are getting great results. If you go to my YouTube channel as well and check out a few success stories as well, you will be surprised to know that business owners at the age of 50, 55 who have zero idea or zero knowledge about technology, their entire business is right now running on autopilot mode because they chose the right guru and they believed in him and they started learning from it. And this is something which I did not know at the age of 20. And in 2013 when I started my entrepreneurship career, I had no guru, I had no mentor. I used to make mistakes and I used to think that अब ये गलती कर ली है तो अब ये गलती नहीं करेंगे, कुछ और गलती शायद हो जाए. But understand, when you do not have a mentor, then you are going directionless, right? And you're making some mistakes, and on some time you start feeling ki you're not good enough. You are somebody who will keep making mistakes and who will not be able to scale the business. But when you have a guru, the guru gives you the direction, guru gives you the tips and tricks, and guru actually handholds you on how can you change the things. So ये एक ऐसा टेक अवे है जो मुझे लगता है कि अगर मुझे जल्दी पता होता तो इट वुड हैव मेड थिंग्स इवन बेटर, राइट? नेक्स्ट इज रीडिंग बुक्स. Now, it might sound very cliche that everybody talks about reading books, but it is absolutely the truth कि अगर आप अभी तक, if you do not read books, start reading it from today, because I started reading books many years back and it changed my life forever. And let me share with you a quick quick personal story on the struggle which I had while I used to read books. And that was that जब भी मैं बुक्स को रीड करने का ट्राई करता था, आई वॉज नॉट कंसिस्टेंट. आई वॉज काइंड ऑफ कभी हफ्ते में 4 घंटे बुक पढ़ लिया एंड आफ्टर दैट over a month, no idea कि वो book है कहाँ पे, right? So then I realized that if you're not consistent, you will not get the results out of it, right? So then I started including reading a book in my day-to-day habit. And if you want to really achieve something, then you need to make it as your habit, right? And if for example, reading book, if it becomes your habit, then you will start reading it naturally. If helping people becomes your habit, so here and there you will find people who are in struggle and you will go and help them out, right? So reading book is something which has truly changed my life. And I'm not talking about fictional books or some comedy books. I'm talking about some really knowledge books where you learn from top entrepreneurs, top coaches on how they change things forever. In my another video which I'm planning to record, I'll be sharing top 3 books which I read and it changed my perspective forever. And one of the book is E-Myth by Michael E. Gerber, where he talks about what's the difference between people dependent and system dependent, right? Then next thing which I wish I knew at the age of 20 was that you need to stay lean and stay frugal. A lot of people I see today, whenever they start making some money, they start spending it. वो कोई expensive car लेते हैं या कोई expensive ऐसे gadgets ले लेते हैं which are not adding any value in their life. We all know the story of Vijay Mallya on how big he was and what happened in his life when he did not control his finance. So whether you're growing or not, when you start growing, you might think that, now you have got a huge amount of revenue and now you can spend on those expensive things, and enjoy your life. Yes, you can spend some amount of it, but if you do not stay lean, if you do not stay frugal, what will happen? You will see that in terms of your business, things will not be always great. There might be some dip as well. And जो वो dip आएगा, उस time पे you will feel that you are having a big struggle in your cash flow. You will not have funds to give the salary to your employees. You will not have funds to invest in yourself. And this is something which happened with a lot of people when COVID happened. That when COVID happened, a lot of people said that they did not have any finances, any money. While they were in business past many years, they had no money in bank account to even pay the salary to employees for 2 to 3 months. So this is something which every business owner need to understand, that you need to stay lean, you need to stay frugal, and in terms of if you want to spend money, create a criteria. Whenever you are going to make any purchase, ask yourself, is it going to be expense or is it going to be investment? For example, if I buy an expensive LED, do you think that will be investment or expense? Definitely that is going to be an expense, because if I buy expensive LED, I'll have to spend my time to even watch a Netflix series and some other episodes, right? That's a wastage of time and the wastage of money as well. But if I spend money on buying some books, and if I read a book, it might give me a lot of knowledge. That knowledge I could add in my business and I could grow. So that is an investment, right? So you need to differentiate between what's expense and what's investment, and try to reduce expenses and increase the investment on yourself. Then next thing which I wish I knew when at the age of 20 was focus. Now understand, focus is a superpower. And at the earliest stage of my life, I used to do too many things at the same time. And you might also have this problem right now. You might try to manage a lot of balls in your games. You're handling too many things and you're not getting any quality results in any area of your life or your business. Now understand, you need to keep the main thing. So focus is something which a lot of people lack, and initial years of my business, I used to do too many things. I used to work on a lot of projects. I used to try to complete so many targets at once, and because of which कुछ भी complete नहीं हो पाता था. And if I used to start 5 things, those 5 things I did not used to complete. For example, if I'm trying to hire a person, alongside with that I'm trying to complete a project, alongside with that I'm trying to run some marketing campaign, all 3 things at once I cannot complete it. So now what I do is I plan things, right? I plan things in weekly, monthly and quarterly basis, and that is where I focus at one thing at a time. And this, to all the business owners who are right now listening to me, understand, there are so many shiny objects in the market. Whenever you searching social media or YouTube, you'll see a lot of new things which are coming in terms of Instagram, stuff, Facebook, WhatsApp, a lot of new things which you feel ki, I think I should do this, I should do that. But understand, the crux of your business is your customer. Whenever you get confused, call your few customers and ask them on what are their struggles, what are their problems, and how can you solve those problems. That is the main thing. And if you keep the main thing, then things will scale for you, right? And for example, in last year when COVID happened, before that we used to do offline sessions. I used to book a hotel and people used to come and we used to train them. And when COVID happened, a lot of people were going on YouTube, Facebook, doing too many things, while we focused on creating our online course, which is one of our flagship program called Master of Business Automation, where we train people on how to automate their business. And while other people were just randomly doing things, we focused for around 2 months and we created a wonderful product. And that product is serving thousands of business owners pan India in other 8 countries. So जब आप कोई भी काम करते हो उस पर फोकस करो और उसको कंप्लीट करो. कोई भी चीज या तो स्टार्ट मत करो, और अगर उसे स्टार्ट किया है उसको कंप्लीट करो, उसको एंड तक लेके जाओ. बिकॉज व्हेन यू कंप्लीट थिंग्स टिल द एंड, वो चीज आपकी कंप्लीट हो जाती है और उसके जो रिजल्ट हैं वो आपको लॉन्गर पीरियड तक आएंगे. गेटिंग व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? फॉर एग्जांपल, आज आप कोई सिस्टम अपने बिजनेस में बिल्ड करते हो, right? It might take you some time, it might take you few days, few months, but उसका जो result है वो आपको lifetime तक आने वाला है, right? So if you start, then complete what you have started. A lot of people say that good start is half job done, but that is where people stop. वो half job done कर देते हैं and then they do not complete the work, right? Next thing is the final thing which I wish I knew at the age of 20, although there are so many things in my mind which I want to share, but I just have summarized this in 10 pointers, is thinking long term. At the early stage of my entrepreneurship career, I used to think on hourly basis कि मुझे अगले next 1 hour में क्या करना है, अगले next day पे क्या करना है, सुबह मैं ऑफिस में आया हूँ तो शाम तक मुझे क्या क्या अपने to do list खत्म करना है. And a lot of people who are managing their business or life using to do list stop doing that ASAP, because to do list is literally bullshit. Why? Because to do list जब आप बनाने जाते हो on day to day basis, इट इज़ नेवर एंडिंग. आपको 10 से 12 चीज़ें मिलेंगी जो आपको कंप्लीट करनी है, एंड यू विल सी कि उसमें से आधी चीज़ें भी आपकी कंप्लीट नहीं होंगी, एंड यू विल अगेन नेक्स्ट डे रिग्रेट कि यार मैंने प्लान किया था बट मैं अचीव नहीं कर पाया. बिकॉज कोई बड़ी चीज़ है वो 1 घंटे में या 1 दिन में कंप्लीट नहीं होती है. इट टेक्स वीक्स और इवन मंथ्स. जैसे बोलते हैं कि जो फाइट्स है वो 1 से 2 घंटे में हो जाती है, बट जो वॉर है उसमें टाइम लगता है. सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू बिजनेस, इट इज़ अ वॉर. And for that reason, you need to think long term, right? So nowadays, what I do is I create my entire year's plan. For example, अब year 2022 आ रहा है, so me and my team we have started building कि next year क्या क्या activities हमें करनी है, क्या क्या goals पे focus करना है. So this is my takeaways कि आपको long term सोचना है. Create a yearly plan, and if you cannot do that, create at least 3 months plan. What are the goals that you want to achieve in 1 quarter? और उसका भी नंबर बहुत ज़्यादा मत बढ़ाओ. मेक इट 4 or 5 थिंग्स इन अ क्वार्टर. एंड जब आप अपना क्वार्टर प्लान कर लेते हो, उसको डिवाइड करो मंथ ऑन मंथ बेसिस पे, एंड उसमें अपने वीकली टारगेट्स बना के उस मंथ ऑन मंथ गोल्स को अचीव करो. सो अगर आप इस एक मंथ में, या अगर मैं बोलूँ कि आप एक हफ्ते में एक चीज़ अचीव कर लेते हो, इफ़ यू कंप्लीट 1 थिंग इन अ वीक, at the end of the year you will have 52 goals achieved. Think that way instead of thinking कि मुझे आज क्या करना है. अब ये सोचो कि मुझे पूरे साल में क्या करना है, right? So this is from my side. I hope these takeaways were useful for you, and these things which I wish if I knew it at the age of 20, I might have scaled things to even bigger. But nevertheless, things are going really great, and in just few years you will see our organization to be at the international level, having clients in multiple countries, and we are just focused on helping business owners, going on the mission of helping 1 million business owners on automating their business. If you've loved this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, click on the bell icon, and share it with your friends, your colleagues, kids at your home, or your other entrepreneurs friends, because this is the crux of what I have learned in 10 years. Thank you.